Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a very good day. Okay, my name is Khairul Sulaiman, and then today we will discuss uh, about the cyber warfare and also the cyber espionage. And again, Prof, I would like to apologize because I could not record my face, so I can only record the screen. I don't know why. I'm using the QuickTime player. Last time I tried to use the Camtasia, same result. It couldn't uh, record my faces. Okay, we go through on the this topic. Okay, okay, this is my outlines. So I will sorry about what is the cyber war. Okay, cyber warfare, and then explain a bit about the three facts explanation to the threat of the cyber warfare, and then what is a cyber espionage, and who are the major threats actors on the cyber espionage, and also what is their means on the cyber espionage, and do some conclusion on it. Okay, okay, what is cyber warfare? Okay, these definitions I taken from a wiki. Okay, it's telling that cyber warfare has been defined as an action by a nation state to penetrate another nation's computers or networks for the purpose of causing damage or disruptions. But other definitions also include the non-state actor, such as the terrorist group, okay, terrorist group, companies, political or ideological extremist group, hackers, and also the transnational criminals organization. Okay, this is the definition, meanings. What is the cyber warfare? Okay, there here I put it that three facts explains the threats of the cyber warfare. Okay, the first one is a government threats, and then second one is a business threat, and also the social media threats. So the American actually has spent $1 trillion on building up the greatest military force. Okay, but the biggest threats to the national security nowadays come from not the aircraft, okay, aircraft carrier or the infantry division, but a computer. Okay, with a simple internet connection. Then that much became clear that after their catastrophic hack, most likely by a foreign power of a sensitive federal employee data store online. Okay, these three stats explain the evolution of cyber warfare. Okay, and then the cost and is increasing importantly role in geopolitics. Okay, we go through one by one. Okay, about the government threats. Okay, they have the massive breach of the office of the personnel management, which a couple weeks ago that made a headline, and Washington has been fencing of a cyber attacks for years now. Okay, most probably this cyber warfare most on the United States. Okay, United States, China, and also some Russia. So the U.S. Federal government, they have suffered and staggering 61 cybersecurity breaches last year. Okay, this is most recent ways of hack exposed the record of up to 40 million currently, and the former U.S. government employees and some dating back to the 1985. So the compromised informations include the social security numbers, job assignments, and also the performance evaluations. And then this is the what do you call it, the the dangerous information in the hand of the wrong people, which is by definitions, these are the hackers actually. And so the good reason why the U.S. Director of National Intelligence ranks cybercrime as the number one national security threat is about the head of the terrorism. Okay, terrorism, and then the espionage, and also the weapon of mass destruction. So the second facts, okay, the threats of the warfare is about the business threats. Hacker normally run on the game to damage the government, but sometimes good and old-fashioned robbery is enough for them. So the FBI had notified over the 3,000 US company that uh, they were the victims of the cybersecurity breaches in 2013. So the victim range from a small bank to a major defense contractor to mega retailer, and outstanding 7% of the US organization lost about 1 million or more due to the cybercrime in 2013. So on the worldwide, that the figures is closer than 445 billion based on these figures. Okay, or actually 1% of the global income. So the research from the firm Gartner project that the world will spend around the 79.9 billion on information security in 2015, with the figures that it keep on increasing, okay, to 101 billion, maybe in 101 billion in 2018. Okay, the third facts explain to the threat of cyber warfare is a social media threat. With the rise of social media, and also comes the rise of social media cybercrime. So the social media spams increased 650% in 2014 compared to 2013. So nearly to 30% of the US adults say one of their social media account has been hacked. Okay, so that the number is only set to grow and estimate to 10 to 15% of home computer globally. Okay, globally are infected with the botnet crimeware, and over 30,000 new websites are corrupted daily with a compromising code. So in a day and age where your online presence increasing define you to the rest of the world, so the hackers with access to your account can cause untold damage to your both personal and professional life. So back in 2011, Facebook admitted that it was the target of 600 cyber attacks every day. Okay, not wanting to scare of potential user, it hasn't released official figures. This is 2011, but now 2016, I don't have any figures yet. Okay, I'll try to search, but I don't have any figures. Okay, now we come on the cyber espionage. Okay, what is the cyber espionage? Okay, I have at least a 3 point here. Okay, actually, cyber espionage, or they are sometimes they calling a cyber spying. Okay, is the act of practice of obtain secret without the permissions of the holder of the informations. What informations like personal informations, sensitive informations, proprietary, and also the classified nature from the individual, and then from the competitors, rival groups, government, and also the enemies for the personal, economic, political, or military. So they try to using a method on the internet network, and also the individual computer through the use of cracking techniques and the malicious software, including trojans and also spyware. So others definition, they call it it wholly be penetrate online from the computer desk of the professional base on basis in far countries, or maybe involve infiltration at home by computer trained conversation spies, and so most, or in other cases maybe the crime or amateur malicious hackers, and also software programmers. Okay, this definition I got it from wiki also. So who are the major threats actor for the cyber espionage? Okay, so they have two groups here. Okay, group number one is a group of state-sponsored hackers, and group two is a group of cyber mercenaries. So in the majority of cases, uh, behind the long-term cyber espionage campaigns, so the group of state-sponsored hackers who actually interest in stealing secret information and intellectual properties from the victims. Okay, in a few cases, principal security firms, they try to they have identified that a group of cyber mercenaries that apparently conducted hit and run campaigns against a many target in order to sell their services to the government worldwide. Okay, they actually they have two groups here, only two groups, based on the paper that I get. So next, what are the means for the cyber espionage? Actually, okay, so they target on the network and infect the system in order to steal sensitive data. So common cyber espionage operations are characterized by the highly sophisticated techniques and also tactics. So often the threat actors use a zero-day exploited in conjunction with a consolidated hacking method, such as spear phishing and also watering hole attacks. Okay, so by gathering the data, they can also be used for the lateral movement within targeted systems. This means attacker could compromise a government system in order to get information that could allow them to breach another target. So a common tactic adapted by some groups, it is to compromise network that have a business partnership with their primary target. Usually, the government and military's office, they simply put it it is because these entities share a ton of sensitive information that the hackers can use to penetrate those systems, and because the majority of these company lack a proper security, so by doing so, it's relatively easy for them to take some information. So in order to avoid dangerous effects, okay, it is important to share information about principal cyber threats. Enterprise personnel must be informed about the cyber espionage activities, recognize the risk of the exposure with regards to the firms, and they have to understand how the best way to protect their information and also their asset. Okay, we come up with some conclusion here. Okay, there are so many ways attacked by the cyber warfare. Okay, and also the cyber espionage. So yeah, I try to include how to protect to protect the cyber warfare and also the cyber espionage. Um, okay, from here we can get a 4 point here. So data policy. So bring your own devices. Okay, protect your critical infrastructure, and also the monitor for the unexpected behavior. So normally, first of all, so the attacks. targeted usually the invisible, the current security measurement, and undetectable by the event, the most up-to-date anti-malware solutions. This is of course not a reason to stop using the anti-malware software. Okay, it is continues to be a line of defense that can help users to identify and to remove threats. Okay, for the data policy, so you need to look at who is allowed to access to the critical informations. So in many cases, the data holding at the intellectual properties is most readily available on the network for the many people. Okay, so many people and easily to accessible. So the second point is bring your own devices, which is an entire topics by itself. Maybe it seems like a very expensive solutions, but in the end, it may cause you more problems than it is worth. So you do not know where the device has been located and what this kind of software has been installed. Okay, sometimes this copy material has been downloaded to your computer and etc. So when the data later used in on the another systems inside the company environments, the data will automatically be decrypted into a different format decryptions such as like the 7M dash and also usable. But when they try to copy to the system that does not have the device control mechanism installed on the system, so the data will be useless. Okay, they cannot open the data. Uh, so the third one is about the protect your critical infrastructure, which is you can separate the network with the intellectual properties from the corporate network, and also only allow access to that network to the individual networks that who need the access. Okay, but in order you have to give an access to them in order they have to go further than that. So by the documenting and deciding who is allowed to work on the network and have the physical access to location that can reach that network. So you have to determine who can access the network. So for examples, employees of the company office, okay, of the company office. So who can access the network? Either the staff inside the office, or sometimes they have the external staff that wanted to use the same network in the companies. So you need to allow them or not. Okay. So and then how about the laptop that the users are connected to the hardware and to monitor the proper working order of the hardware. Okay, last but not least about the monitor for unexpected behavior. Okay, this is by the foremost difficult one as you never know what to look for. Okay, in a recent case where industrial espionage is suspected, the malware was sending copies of a blueprints, okay, via SMTP to an email addresses in China. This is one cases. Okay, there's no reason for any code to have mail sendings capability other than to a corporate mail transfer agent. With the correct firewall settings and alert systems, so the transmission should have been noted and prevented. Okay, given the tens of thousands of leaking blueprints, normally we can assume that the implementation of the basic monitoring measurement is not in place in many organizations. So in other situations, frequent connection on the weird port to a single or a small set of IP address. Again, it may indicate with something wrong with the network monitoring systems. Okay, that's for my conclusions. Okay, any comments about my presentation, my video? We can discuss some more on the WhatsApp group tomorrow. By the way, tomorrow morning, maybe I will not be very active on the WhatsApp group because I need to go to school, to my daughter's school, uh, regarding for the transfer school to the another school. So I will be online on the evening. Okay, see you soon tomorrow. Okay, have a good day and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.